Hello, welcome back to Character Studios Remnant Lunar Archon. I hope you are having a lovely day. It is warm, it is summer. I'm dying because our air conditioning is having issues, but I will survive. No, I'm dying. Irrelevant. Jack gave the recap last time, so non-Jack, one of you three, at least to your best effort. It wanted to be one of... Okay, so I rolled a d4, and then it rolled a 4, which means I have to re-roll, because it's supposed to be 1. 1. Are you good with doing the recap, Chris? To your best of your memory?
I mean, yeah, because you always fill in the gaps, so sure.
I do try to be helpful, that's true.
All right. Let me know, is now good?
Sounds good, go for it.
All right. So there we were, waiting for me to show up, and about an hour passed, and then I appeared, and just in time, too, because it was time for a fight. And so we fought, and we're super awesome. And honestly, I don't know if it could have gone any better, but it was very fantastic teamwork, and I could not have been prouder. And we definitely needed that solid super win over a fan favorite team after the difficult shenanigans that happened over and over and over again for quite a period of time. So, yay, we're victorious. We are the best team ever. All of the teams are the worst.
All other teams are tied for the worst, he says. Fair enough. I guess the part that you missed, basically the party has been talking, trying to figure out what to do next, and the party has not come to a conclusion, but ultimately, it seems like, if I got all the people right, Doug is interested in leaving because he doesn't want to fight his old family, or old friends, or whatever you would call them. His old boss. I don't know. Depends on which person in the Orange Sun, I suppose. So he's interested in potentially leaving. Has a lot of emotions going on right now. Doesn't want to really fight people, and so we'll see where that goes. I think Thicket is curious to see what happens in town. Garand is curious to see what happens. Gambit wants to get out, I think. Is that right?
Yep.
I think John was also on the side of let's not get involved. But the party decided to at least wait a day to go and have a good old fight in the arena. You fought the Paradox team. A hodgepodge of different classes and characters that you had a fun little fight with. I believe you returned to, I think we ended, like, right on the end of that fight. Like, we did your experience and payout from John betting on y'all. I think that was pretty much where we left off. So y'all would leave, and you could choose to go back to the room if you want, but the floor is yours. It is Friday, the 11th of August, 4:17 post-schism at 8 p.m. The weather is clear.
And like 98 degrees because it's so hot right now.
It is the desert in summer, yeah. It's dry, but
it's a dry heat, so
not too bad. Much worse. Y'all hear the cicadas on my side?
I hear no cicadas.
Yeah, but don't close your window.
Thanks.
Aw.
It's just ambience.
Aw.
It's ambience.
No, it's ambi cicada, not ambience.
Haha. So is it the day? Is it still the
It is the same day
that
of
we
the fight,
can't? Okay.
which I
we
believe was the
can't-
same day as y'all talked Orange Sun.
Yeah. but we haven't. We're waiting for tomorrow so that we can talk to Lady Sylvania, right?
I think that was like the minimum that we had decided was Ticket was gonna send her word in the morning. Is that accurate? Is that right, Ticket?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't right now.
Yeah.
Because we haven't slept yet.
Yeah,
No, you're
we
fine.
used both sides of the sending stone.
You're totally fine. I just want to make sure that I remembered correctly in that, like, because Jocelyn and I were thinking the same thing. Like, so. So I guess, yeah, we're going to an inn to get some rest. I guess we're going to that more, back to that one, like,
Back to your bedroom?
or quiet,
Yeah.
respectful, quiet room, whatever.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Now we've really started.
As we're walking back to the hotel, Gambit's gonna see if we're being followed,
Make a perception
and
check.
someone will have to roll with.
Someone roll a
I don't-
d20 plus 4, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you do not see anyone following you.
Okay.
Arriving back at the room, you're able to get in fairly easily. Shuffling upstairs through the fairly quiet room, you do see at this point about 8:30, closing in on 9. You might see a couple of people sitting quietly having their drinks. No rowdy bar fights going on. You see a couple of people playing cards. Up in your room.
What was the reaction of the crowd to us winning? Were they like excited to see newcomers, or were they upset that the fan favorites were over defeated by outsiders?
That's gonna be
Were
an
defeated by
insight
outsiders.
check. Someone roll a +0 check, so a straight d20 into the tower. Alrighty. So you get the idea, looking from the watch, that people were surprised that there were quite a few people who did like seeing newcomers, who liked seeing the fight in general. Some people seemed disappointed at how fast it ended. Some people were disappointed because they were rooting for the other team. But ultimately, there was a net positive perception.
Okay.
People enjoyed the fight.
What'd you say?
People enjoyed the fight. Got people to notice you.
So yeah, I guess we'll just, I guess, because there's nothing really to talk about until after the conversation, so maybe just going to bed, long resting next day.
Alright,
Yeah.
take a long rest until you get some more information from your friend. So we'll put it, you know what, 7 or 8 a.m. or earlier. Because y'all are going to bed early enough to where you can kind of pick when you get up.
What time is the sunrise expected? Do we have that level of weather understanding, or
It would probably be sometime August desert, probably sitting like, we'll say 5:20.
Oh, okay. Well, there goes that plan. Garon was like, "I'll get up at 6," but
You can still get up at 6, but it'd be an early sunrise.
All right. Well, no.
And there are high winds today. There is the start of a sandstorm outside of the city.
Great.
Oh, fantastic.
I imagine that Rusty probably gets up like 6:30, so I'll be up at 6 and get Jackie her breakfast and a little bit of morning training, I guess, and then I'll text Rusty. I'll sending text her.
I totally forgot we were gonna send some messages to see what y'all talked about, but it's okay. We can do this next time as y'all travel.
Yeah, there's a lot of like we get distracted with stuff.
Daily simple thing. Okay,
Yep.
what y'all talk about some of the time. That or have a whole conversation. We'll see. You send that in. How long is thicket waiting? That's when you hang out.
I don't know.
Thicket arise with the sun.
What all do we need to talk to Sasha about besides what I wrote in my note to self? I think it was session highlights or something.
Thicket's note to self. Let Sasha know we think the Orange Sun Leader may be corrupt, and we're concerned Lord Tatsu is replacing lords with his own followers.
Ah, yes. Do we need to say anything else?
Wasn't there two things that we were worried about? Did you say that there was something else, or am I mistaken?
I don't remember. That's why I'm asking to be reminded.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Was
I think that-
what did she think about the guy, the Orange Sun, or was it? Or did you already say that?
We already
did she
asked
think of-
that. She doesn't really know much about the individual members of the Orange Sun.
She knows basically nothing about Malin Boss.
Yeah.
Oh, we were also going to see if either she or someone else could get in touch with the Lord and if they could forewarn if that was deemed appropriate, so that way they don't see us with Ashara beforehand.
Warn
Oh, yeah.
her about.
The possible coup.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me figure out how to write this in 25 words.
So if she does sending back, that basically means 25 words from you, 50 words from her, 25 words from you.
There we go. 25 words. Oh yeah, I think I remember now, Micah. The idea of the trap sendings, since we weren't going to probably learn a whole lot of information, was going to be more like favorites and what do like all like the get to know you kind of stuff, almost like how you would maybe start interacting with someone through like a dating website or something.
While traveling?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Tatsui. I suppose he always has been a bit of a schemer. At least in my business dealings, he has been very prudent and prepared. Thicket. comes as literature, bearing and carefully. I want to read a book written by Thicket. It'd be a great.
Oh wait, yeah. Hey, Thicket. I remembered if on the return thoughts or whatever, because usually she sends you one back after. Can you ask her if she remembers Salzander and his friends, and were they close once? And does she remember when they stopped being close and when they started to feud? Because remember, I thought maybe the reason why they started to doubt each other was perhaps Tatsui's dreams. Sorry if I'm...
I don't think Sasha knows much about Solzander.
Okay.
And I don't think that we even know anything about whether or not Solzander was getting dreams, or if
The best person
Sasha would know that.
Yeah, no, we don't know that he was...
The best person to talk to would be Roseanne, I think.
And he's dead.
No, she said Rosanna.
Oh, I thought you said Solzander.
I mean, Solzander would be the best person to talk to. He is dead.
The best person to ask would be Solzander, and he's dead.
The second best person to ask would probably be Liang, strike 2.
But he
Third
is
best
also
person
dead.
would probably be Namayane, strike 3.
I think we're past the revival stage.
Independent of the spell.
Yeah. And didn't we also extra make sure that Salzander couldn't be revived?
Correct. Sort of like True Resurrection. Maybe Resurrection could get him back, but sort of maybe Reincarnate, True Resurrection, or Resurrection, he's out. Ray's dead's not going to do it. That out his heart
how
and
does
burned it.
this sound, guys?
Well, I'm saying like it wasn't dreams or whatever, but just that Tatsu could have been the one orchestrating their falling apart.
Yes.
Okay, this is exactly 25 words. How does this sound, guys? We're worried Tatsui wants to replace lords with his own followers, maybe through dreams. Also, please warn Ashara the Orange Sun wants to overthrow her.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. And maybe from there we'll get her opinions on the Orange Sun. And did we get those already?
No.
We did ask her about the Orange Sun and her opinion on both the organization and the leader Malin Foss, and to both of which she was like, I don't know much.
Okay.
I have to say though, it is nice having like a pseudo patron, like to finally be like to bounce off stuff with. Like, it's up there for like, you know, things that I've wanted for our campaign and for our characters to have. You know, it's like money, some kind of help, you know.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll BRB while this is
While I
happening.
write out
I
my
can't see
response.
here.
What?
He can go to the restroom, whatever he's doing, while I write out the 50 words she has.
I was gonna put clothes in the washer, but yeah, be back.
I didn't. I was Too busy writing half a sentence.
Food's here. I can't believe it.
All right, go get you some noms.
Hi, Echo.
Cheyenne's down here, by the way, guys.
Hello, Cheyenne. Oh, 50 weren't. Which. There we go. Apostrophes are great. Conjoined words. Cool. Once he gets back, I would say all the things. Yeah, having a friend in high places is helpful sometimes. Gather some information.
Need a companion.
Need a companion? You already have companion. There's the little dragon, Mizu, wherever he's at. There's the dog.
She's our designated wizard companion.
Ah. She's probably more like your Elrond than your Gandalf. She's hanging out somewhere else, available for questions and stuff as needed, but she has other things to attend to.
That's well said. Because she genuinely seems to care about us and our well-being and wants to help when she can and as she can. Yeah, I think that's good. Versus just the traveling along NPC one. That's good.
Who knows? Maybe you'll just have to find a wizard to come with you. With Gandalf. Where's well, not really an adventurer.
What if Mason becomes a wizard?
Ah, that's true. Mason could be a math wizard.
He's a calculator from Final Fantasy Tactics. Sorry.
He knows all the rules of fun. The thing is, in order for him to know all the rules to Final Fantasy Tactics,
magic is just science we don't understand yet.
Thing is, in order for him to know all the rules to any game, I have to know all the rules to a game, and I make no promises.
Well, the calculator, what they do is they cast their spells at a certain sort of target, and it hits all targets within range, and that could be friend or foe. So if it was anyone with an odd numbered level, then that or an odd numbered challenge rating or whatever, it would hit anything with an odd numbered challenge rating and any of us that have an odd numbered level of right now we're 10, but if
so
we were
if you
11,
fought a CR8 creature, it would hit it and all of you. If you fought a CR9 creature, it would only hit it.
Right. There's also you could also do by gender. You could also do by elevation, anything that's at this height or whatever. But that's harder because we're not on a tactical map with ups and downs and elevation anyway. But yeah, I mean you can make it your own. But basically the idea is that it's hitting everything on the field regardless of whatever, because it's based on some kind of limitation or how many letters are in your name. It's or is your name divisible by 2 or 3 or you just do all sorts of crazy things. Anyway, sorry.
Micah talking about you playing a character that's smarter than you. It just reminds me of a scene from The Office where Kelly is I can answer anything right now. Ask me anything. And I'd be like, blah, 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 giving you the exact right answer.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Correct answer. Story. Thanks. Ooh. Yeah, Epic's pretty good. Songs. I would say top song from each album. Just a Man is pretty great. A fan.
Huh?
Warrior of
I
the
thought you were
Mind is
doing-
also good.
I thought you were doing the 50 words.
I've written it out. I'm waiting for Jack and Jocelyn now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 50 words are written. It's now we're waiting.
I got you.
Holly.
You're just trying to do spoilers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was here. I was just.
Well, now I wait for
Taking it
Jocelyn to
from me.
confirm her conscience to it. Yeah.
Jason, are you dead?
Jocelyn.
She's here.
Oh, she's here listening. Okay, cool. So I could have started. I just didn't realize I could start. Great. Forget Epic. Where was I?
Did someone say epic?
I can tell Ashara, though she's never been one to take much advice. Tatsui's manipulative. I would not trust him. Though ambitions of kingship seem lofty. He is, however, the type to quietly move pieces into position to create a decisive victory. It is possible he sees that future.
Big words.
Big words. Probably could have conjoined a few more words to get an extra 5 words in there, but it's too late now.
Did you count her name in there?
No. That's so if we look through it later, we know who spoke.
I don't know what to respond. I'll just clarify
Love you, bye.
her. The reason I mention Ashara is we were commissioned to was it kill her?
Yeah.
Beat her in a fight.
We were commissioned to overthrow Ashara from the Orange Sun. Maybe also kill her? Question mark. Thanks, you're awesome.
Appreciate it, bestie.
Full of gesture. Do.
Fills the rest of the thing with not white noise. We're looking back to the party. I assume relaying everything said.
Yup.
Boom, party knows.
I cast communicate with party.
Party looks at each other awkwardly.
Well,
Or
who
sits-
wants breakfast?
Party sits drum.
I like breakfast.
We go get breakfast.
The rest of the party, quietly, deep in thought. Doug follows. Apparently Doug has no context to tell. Jocelyn would like to point out that she also has delicious food. Berries and chocolate. Queso and chips. An interesting mix. Roll me a D100 into the tower. Or not. It's fine. You don't have to. But let me pick a number first.
It's fine.
That is. Roll me a D100 into the tower. It's a number 1 and 25. It'll be. It is. Like both you rolls. What do I take? Take the first roll or the second roll?
Whichever one's better.
Better is relative.
You
Especially
take
when
them. Oh,
it's an event that doesn't necessarily have a morality to it.
Dealer's choice.
dealer's choice. Yep.
Alright.
Flip the coin.
You could flip the coin.
I don't know where the coin is. It's somewhere though. Short coin. It's in your odds. White side is 25%. Alright. As you go down, Thicket, of course, being the person walking down the stairs, I guess, leading to breakfast. There are a couple of people in the, what's this place's name? The Stillblade Rest. Within the Stillblade Rest, there are a handful of people, most of which you do not recognize. Clear? However, you would see one fairly recognizable figure sitting at one of the tables, casually eating some eggs. I mean, I guess as casual as you can eat eggs.
Oh yeah.
Casual as you can eat eggs, wearing a fairly simple red outfit, no armor or anything. You don't see a weapon nearby like you might expect. Her long hair unbraided, hanging behind her. The long red hair as she glances over. As you would see, the familiar face of Rosanna.
I start looking at everybody like, I mean, Thicket probably knows by now what this means, but like, Duran's freaking out. He's like, we were just talking about her. How'd that happen?
Two ways over. Messengers. Wasn't expecting to see you all here.
Nori, you? Hi.
You come for the arena fights too?
We were just in one yesterday.
Oh, very nice. I was training. Sorry I didn't see you.
Ron is going to try. I want to insight.
All insight. Into the tower. What are you trying to insight?
I forget how we know her. I mean, I recognize the picture.
Is this actually her? Or is this somehow someone
Name's her.
like okay, I'm going to lean over
She's
to
Rosanna's buddy. Not Rosanna was Salzander's buddy, friend, before he went off the deep end. And she helped us fight him. She held off his minions while we took care of him.
Right.
And his other dwarf dude, I think, she killed him.
And she also stayed while they did a vote on who would take the place.
Y'all pushed
Yeah.
her as y'all's like recommendation.
She was one of the
choice.
contenders to replace him.
yeah. So why are you not back in Sheer?
The new lord banished me.
Why?
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, so I guess y'all didn't hear much. Well, the election happened. I lost. So did the other people. Oscar decided to throw his hat in the ring, give it a shot. All's fair. The new guy, Vesh, showed up. I don't know how long he'd been in the city, but I guess he trying his hand too. Very persuasive. I voted for Oscar. Not vote for yourself and all that. I guess he won over the people. He ended up winning the election, and then, well, it came out. I guess he knew somehow that well, me, I guess in general, people knew that I worked close with Sylxander. He used that against me in the election. Hurt my numbers quite a bit. Yeah. And then after the election, he, due to my connection to Sylxander, banished me, and due to being a Dampier, why can I not remember his name suddenly?
Oscar?
Fail.
Bale.
Bale.
And due to his being a vampire, though I don't know how he knew that, ended up banishing Bale as well. We traveled for a while. Got all the way here. I decided I wanted to stick around. Try my luck in the ring. Not sure what to do next, so seemed a good way to keep my skills sharp. He'd said something about his... talked about wanting to tie up loose ends and make sure everything was the way he left it, and kept heading west.
So is he maybe towards Dyke or?
It's to the west, so I'd say yeah.
All right. Well, we're kind of heading there. If you'd like to travel alongside us, maybe. I kind of like look at everybody else. Like, am I out of line for asking this? Like, I'm kind of asking them while I'm asking her. But I have to be honest. Oh yeah, Gambit. You're asking about Oscar, right? Since Jocelyn can't talk because mouth of food, but yeah, like you just asked, is Oscar with you?
Oscar? No, I think he's, as far as I know, he's still in Sheer.
Okay.
He was fine when we left, and though he was connected to us and to the rebellion, Vesh didn't seem to have any issue with him staying there. So probably even has his position still as one of the magistrates.
All right, but he didn't really want to be a leader, right?
No, he was. I mean, he tried a little bit, but he wasn't as into it as you might have perhaps liked. He did not run a hard campaign.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
He didn't have a lot of self-confidence too. And that's something I noticed with him as, you know, he trained and he did work under me. That not terribly confident in his political skills.
No worries. Can you kind of walk down memory lane with me for a minute? And
what?
Can you Sylxander, the rest of that group, that you guys were close once, right?
Yeah, we adventured together.
And then something started to draw you apart?
Wow. After finding our way into leadership with Sylxander taking over Sheer, becoming the Lord, and everything got a bit quiet overall. It had been 14 years. Grew a little bit distant here and there, especially when he took more aggressive actions. Somewhat prepared for warfare, though I took no part in that itself. But didn't. I figured if it came to it, I could always walk away. And I didn't want to kill someone who I'd been friends with for a long time.
Really? Okay, well, hello. Do you remember, like, hearing weird whispers or rumors about, like, you know, disgruntlement, dissatisfaction, anything that might have, like, tried to sever the relationship? Or, like, did you have any, like, really strange dreams where, like, you kind of had to pick a side, sort of? Anything like that? Does that sound familiar?
Have I had any dreams like that?
Yeah, you know, anything that, like, did anything stick out at the time other than just, like, the lack of closeness, the lack of a shared direction? Was there anything, like, you remembered, like, a few times when either he seemed like a different person, or you heard, like, a lot of rumors about some of the others, or, like, Liang you had like a weird dream or nightmare where like Liang was trying to like assassinate everyone or something. Anything ringing a bell with any of that?
I don't recall any spectacular dreams. No.
Or memories or like whispers or rumors or anything that just like seemed to like, spread the animosity more?
Certainly thought about it a lot. I watched him almost lose himself. His ego. I always hoped he'd come back. What I knew him as, what he once was when he traveled.
Alright,
No, I don't recall any sort of whispers. You mean like whispers in my ear, like magic, or?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
I certainly don't recall anything like that.
Just ideas of like, you're training some of your mates, some of your soldiers, whatever, and you hear them like, oh, can you believe that Liang did this, or what was it, Baron Ray or something? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, blah blah blah. Just anyway, I gotta use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. And what I'm really gonna do is I'm gonna go up to the room or whatever. I'll go into the restroom if I have to, and I'm actually gonna get on the earring to like whisper so that it's not obvious. Because I want everybody to know what I want to do, but I don't want to be like right in front of her. So I go to the bathroom and I'm like, hey, while you're talking, try to hear what I'm saying. I think she just might be like too honorable to be corrupted in that way. I think maybe Tatsui picks people he can more easily manipulate, and I think that she's she's made of, I guess, more intense stuff. I think we can trust her, and I'd like to include her in my thought process. But I'm not as good at reading people as some of you are, so please feel free. I'm coming back soon, so yeah. Then I'll take enough time to go to the bathroom, quote unquote, and then I'll come back.
Does she seem like she's being genuine?
She does, and she seems sad. As far as rumors or things, I mean, it's possible, but I never put any stock into... Not any. I don't put much stock into words or rumors about people. I prefer to see their actions themselves. For a long time, Slazander's actions were good. No. He didn't always treat Hermione the best. Granted, he voiced quite clearly that he wanted her to be able to stay out of the light if we ever needed someone. Be unnoticed, to be unknown. Granted, he rarely talked about her. Might as well have been a ghost to us, too, for a long time.
That was the passing girl that I had her stiletto of, right?
I think you still have her stiletto dagger, yeah. Hermione was the big Triton assassin. I fought.
Yeah.
The first of the generals who took down.
Man, that was a fun, good, hard fight, and then we had to chase her, and I was so mad.
Is she the rat pirate?
Yes, rat pirate.
Mouse pirate.
Mouse pirate.
I don't think we ever learned her name.
You never heard it from her, but you've heard it occasionally from others.
Yeah.
So we're just like nodding along as she's talking about the woman we killed.
He always preferred her to stay at arm's length. Thought it was more valuable to have a friend in the shadows.
Thanks for that. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, so, anyway, have you had breakfast?
She looks down at her eggs.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Look at that. Great. I'm kind of like awkwardly looking at everybody else.
No, you have to have a post-workout. Get some extra protein in. Surprised I hadn't seen you. I've been training downstairs once or twice a day.
We just got here recently.
Uh.
Haven't been here very long.
I guess really when I'd. Sorry, it sounds a bit rude. Really when I'd really expect to be down there in the training area would be Doug. But I imagine he has a rather strict regiment.
It's pretty loose.
Oh, surprised. Natural strength is helpful, right? But building it myself is what I found most rewarding.
Are you fighting tonight?
No, I've pretty much taken the weekend off. I'll get back in next week, but I've made enough to where I can lounge however much I'd want. I have to keep the audience enjoying, though. They've enjoyed calling me the Crimson Axe.
Side question. Did anyone from NACE visit Sheer before or during the election period that you recall?
I mean, we had a number of visitors to and from over the years, and over months during the election period. I think so. Not any new people. I mean, Vesh became known. I don't think he was from Nace, though. Talking about Tatsui, I don't think I ever saw him there. Though I do know occasionally Liang would... Well, Liang visited every lord. Diplomat, after all.
Do you remember who Solzender favored as far as which towns or lords or peoples?
Well, he saw some as more likely to help him, though he didn't tell me too much about his plans. I could notice what he and Liang were doing, and I know they had favorability toward Nace and... Where is it? It was Nace, Gosen, Beef.
Puff, maybe?
There it is. I don't recall for Tough.
Okay, just curious, right?
Micah is trying to think of who has or where the item or note might be for things or Ulrich stack of documents anywhere. Are they perhaps in a parcel? I think they are. Ulrich stack of documents.
If I remember right, Tough is one of the ones that was on the bad guy team.
Ulrich stack of letters. Letter from HRP. There we go. House of the Rising Prince.
Yeah.
Divert resources from Coquinia, Keenite, Coral, Calcite, Dike, Basalt, and Tord, Schist, Delta, Reef, Gosen, and Nace.
The Schist? I'm surprised. I thought it was Tough.
Well, there is a reason why it was Schist, but it's up to you to remember.
It might be the drug thing, but...
It's a drug thing. There's some stuff about Dreamflake down there.
Yeah, I want to, I want to break up that thing when we were, like, high enough level to do so, but...
That's bail. For audience's sake.
Yeah, for Giselin's sake. Yeah.
Should I share Oscar too? Been named. Name dropped. On guard magistrate. Fuck. Yes, what brought you all to town?
Well, we're passing through. You know, like I said, we were also on our way to Dyke, and you could certainly join us, I think. Right, friends? I don't know. I don't want to speak for everyone, but, I enjoyed working with you previously, and the fact that you were so wrongfully removed from a place that you cared for deeply doesn't sit well with me. So, that's why I'm of the opinion I have.
Think it. Would you like to insight?
Yes, my fantasy grounds is being really laggy. I can't even move the tab that Bale is on.
Oh wow.
Oh.
So please roll it for me.
Okay, we'll do.
Let's go.
We'll think for a few moments. No. I appreciate it, but I've done my time as an adventurer. A lot of years.
I can't see.
You rolled a 21.
Thank you.
I think I'd like to take some time to keep my skills sharp, but not have so much responsibility for a little bit. Do some more traveling. I've enjoyed over the last... When was the... A bit before... It's been about 2...
That's all? Are you sure?
It was August... No, it was not August. It was May 31st, and it's currently August 12th. So it has been just under 2.5 months. It's been nice to travel last little bit. Me and Bale fought quite a few Grim, helped out a person here or there. Probably not. Knowing me, I might get swept up into an adventure. But at least for now, I'd like to take some time to enjoy my life a little bit before getting back into the fray.
As long as you're satisfied with your decisions, I regret learning that at least one was forced upon you.
True that it is my home. One day I'll get to go back. Whenever the next lord takes over.
Have you an opinion on Ashura? Do you have any opinions on her?
Still Xander thought her a hothead. Liang even more so. Literally and figuratively. I never interacted with her that much myself. I know I always wanted to fight her. See how it turned out. Maybe I will while I'm here sometime. Her actions speak to her strength. Keeping her lordship as well.
I would recommend you might give that a go as a friendly sort of thing. And then after, should you win, you would become the Lord of Coquinia.
Only if that was the challenge. I don't know if I want to be the Lord for the moment.
Well, I'm just saying, I can't imagine she'd want to stay Lord if she lost. She doesn't seem like to take losing well.
You make a fair point.
So let's say if you were to win, I think it might be a good idea to offer her the position of second to teach you how to do it, and that you can both get better by working together and challenging each other. And
Maybe.
then be stronger. And then if you were to lose, then you could offer the same to her. You could say, hey, how about we continue to, train each other up so we can keep getting both better? I just think that might be a good angle.
I suppose it depends on how much it would hurt her pride if I won. Whether she'd be even willing to work with me.
I think if you immediately said, that was the greatest fight of my life, I desperately need you to keep getting better and stronger, and I can only imagine I won by luck. If you spin it right, you could make a fast friend, and I think that maybe the two of you might get along.
We'll see how the fight goes, whenever it happens. And Thicket, with that insight roll, she does seem to be very forthcoming, genuine. Well, not necessarily forthcoming. She is genuine in everything she is saying. She is definitely holding back a bit, but it seems to be in the way she's kind of trying to hide and not acknowledge that she does seem very...
All right.
And whatever other emotions are tied up in that sadness. Gambit can ask about the Orange Sun if he wants. I'm gonna send a message of what you're saying, Jaislyn, to bring up the conversation. You don't have to. Doug, you are welcome to speak whenever you'd like. Yeah. You said you're headed toward Dyke next. I think I recall you talking about your grand mission. I don't remember much about it, though.
Right, well, so remember one of the things that we required was to get Selzenda's sword?
Right, right.
Well, we have since acquired a second, and we have reason to believe that the direction for the third is going to be found in Dyke. We don't know exactly where or how, but we believe that the information is there for it. Which, if successful, would mean that we are 75% of the way complete.
Hope you have good luck then finding it there. Gambit, do you saying, do you know about the Orange Sun? Or what do you know about the Orange Sun? Yes. What do you know about the Orange Sun? The mercenary group, fairly strong. Passed down leadership. They're old, not the individuals, but the group itself. So Xander didn't like them that much. He didn't let them open up a base, or at least not while he was there in Sheer. Not that they could operate very much. He always liked to point to the Dawn Guard and talk about how we were enough. So he didn't need outside protectors, because we had us. We had the city, we had the people.
Do you know anything about Balin Voss?
Name sounds familiar? Is that someone in the Orange Sun?
He's the leader of, I think this branch in Koginia.
Which, Doug, are you going to interject with what Malin Voss actually is? He's not the head of this branch, he's the head of the Orange Sun entirely.
Oh, she was asking me?
No, she was saying it more or he was saying it more generally, but I don't know if Doug
Thicket
was
got
gonna
information wrong. Are you going to correct
Are
it?
you going to correct Thicket's correct information?
No, he's just going to see what she says.
No. Didn't hear much, knowing they weren't allowed. We didn't interact with them all too much. I feel like I've not heard the name before. I vaguely recall it from when we were adventuring. We'd occasionally run into them. An occasional skirmish here or there. Always made sure to leave each other alive. Though we usually won. Just when our interests were opposite. They were hired for one thing and we were hired for the other. Aelin Voss. Other than the name sounding vaguely familiar, I can't recall anything exactly. I don't think I've ever met this person.
So, but I mean, you may have heard the name for a while now, or just recently.
It's a familiar name. I feel like I've heard it before. I don't know when. Don't know if it certainly wasn't recent that I heard it. At least not that I recall. It would have been. I mean, I probably would have heard the name sometime while adventuring. 14 years ago.
When was the last time you dealt with the Orange Sun?
I mean, I met a couple here in the town, walking around. They're relatively private, expected. But with them not being allowed in share for any business, it would have been a long time ago. Would have been during some adventure. Probably. Maybe the Medusa. The north. Mountains. Fighting some of the Grim. Oh. I'm not sure exactly where it would have been. Most recent 15-year-old skirmish was. Or if it was even on good terms. I guess, well, technically we've turned some of them away, though that was just a command given to the front guard that though they were allowed to camp within the city walls, told them to be unsafe, they were not allowed to do business in the city. And so any caravans that they saw up to Sheer, they had to leave and let the caravan continue into the city on its own, apart from them.
Okay, I was just curious.
Surprised
Do you
you're
have any
asking
in the day?
as many questions. You are Orange Sun member. I expect you have all the information.
One would think.
Fair point.
But
There's a lot I didn't know about. What I'm supposed to.
I guess, truth be told, is I haven't really kept up or checked in lately.
Doesn't sound like something they'd be happy with. Hired you for a job and all, but you have to go your own way.
Well, I mean, to be
Can't sit in the same
fair,
spot forever.
the job was done, I guess. But I guess loosely ongoing, depending on what I guess, decide as finished.
Is that why you're in the town? City?
What do you mean?
Is that why you're here in Kukinia? Well,
To check in?
check in or to deal with unfinished business?
You could say that.
Yeah. What have your adventures been like? Did you get a sword?
Yeah. John's upstairs. He's sleeping. You never really met John though.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah. So we had to say goodbye to our kobold friend
Oh, not fair.
and our Satyr friend,
Oh, yes, Cedar the Satyr.
but we gained a bard friend.
Friends come and go. I was fortunate enough to stay with the same people for quite some time. Me, Liang, Selzander, and occasionally Namayane when she showed her face. Oh. I guess Paladivar after the power, but he was probably what? Years ago that he joined us, and that was after we'd already Been in town. He worked his way up from a magistrate. Got Solzander's attention.
Well, he's sleeping, but he's got the other sword now.
Well, I've got a meeting about getting some ammunition, especially made. So I have to have. If you need me, I'll probably be around here in the mornings and evenings. Who knows during the day?
Okay, well, enjoy your brawls.
I appreciate it. Enjoy yours. Are you gonna fight again? If so, let me know. Leave me a note or something. With with Vilmyra or Vilmyra.
How far do the they're not sending stones. What are they that we have? Kind of like walkie-talkies.
Message earrings.
Yeah.
Miles.
How far? How many miles?
2 miles.
2. Quite a ways.
So far from the length of the city, but yeah, that been prepared to leave. Unless anyone stops her, she will head out.
No, that's okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, Garon really doesn't know what to do, so he's just kind of like he didn't get anywhere close to the answer she was thinking he was going to get and hoping he was going to get, but he's at least glad that she doesn't appear to be some kind of doppelganger or some kind of like weird dream visitor sent by Tatsui who's like watching us. Especially because of those non-detection amulets, you know what I mean? Because like we're like, wait, are these broken?
Just finally ran into her. She's been staying at that place the entire time you've been here. No one ever went downstairs.
Nice. I have to say, super big Sag.
About them losing the election, getting banished.
Losing the election, not that big of a deal. Getting banished, very big deal. Like, okay, so you didn't win. Okay, so you didn't win and a basic stranger won? Okay, not great. But now you don't even get to live there? Oh, that is super poops.
Yeah.
Like, Garon wouldn't have picked up on the sadness like Thicket did, but
you can tell that that's a sad scenario. But
yeah, like,
the party would be able to get your breakfast and sit down at a table for whatever conversation you would like to have.
No, I don't want to.
Gambit stands, refusing to eat.
No.
Gambit pitches a fit. Next thing you know, he's crying on the floor.
Ah.
Gambit's legs. You all remember he is the youngest, but he certainly isn't young enough to be acting like this. Then you remember he spent some years in juvenile detention. You have a whole mixture of
Emphasis
emotions.
on juvenile.
I don't think you've told the party how young you were.
No, there hasn't been a whole lot of open sharing outside of Garon. Yeah, I want to help her, but she's wanting to process her own way, I guess. I had thought maybe her coming along with us, finding some friends. I don't know. I thought that might help, but maybe not. Maybe she just needs to fight her way through it. But I think that we might consider telling Ashara that she might have an ally in Rosanna. The Red Axe? Or Crimson Axe? The Blood Axe? What was it? Well, I'm sure she'll
Party
know.
sits quietly.
I'm sure she'll know. We'll start saying it. She'll be like, oh, fill in the blanks. Yeah, that's the one.
She'll probably be fine. We don't have to worry about her.
All right.
Let's worry about ourselves, though. Do we leave? I think we should leave.
I mean, I want to at least. I guess they get handed off the ball, and it has since been rerouted. So
What?
hopefully, well, like the sports metaphor, the ball around the field sort of thing. Did you not play games at all where you grew up?
I was in jail for most of my childhood.
Yeah, that sucks, mate. Well, tell you what, you want to learn a ball game or two?
Not really.
All right.
I want to leave.
All right. Well, if you ever want to learn Fable, let me know.
Sure. But this place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
All right. I guess we can just trust Ashara to make her own decisions, and unless Doug wants to do more, I guess we leave.
Doug?
Yeah, I was thinking, well, maybe we should. I mean, she did say leave a note or something for her, but I don't know if that's good, being that it could be, I guess, taken before she gets it. So I was thinking possibly giving her one of our devices to communicate and just tell her that way. But anyway.
I think we've got some super covert ways of going to tell her, Ashara. Either, I can pretty much be invisible, or John can be invisible.
I meant telling Rosanna.
Oh, that we're gonna leave?
Yeah. But, I mean, I think we should leave today because there is a sandstorm and people are expecting us to fight later.
Yeah, that'll be super dramatic when they're like, and the messengers, and when they never show up.
Yeah, I remember there's a story like that. It's what is it? The ambiance of harmony, or the auditory melody, something like that. Anyway, yeah, I remember that. I mean, this is Doug's home turf. As far as I'm concerned, he has the final say. But I mean, we've tried to handle things as a group, so take it. I mean, John's just going to do whatever now. He's sleeping. We'll just take him.
What?
Do you have a preference of what you'd like to do? I think Doug and Gambit want to get out of town.
And what do you want to do?
Well, at this point, I feel like you did all that you could, which means that we did all we could by, telling Miss Sasha that, hey, can you kind of send word to her? And I guess leaving it in Ashara's hands and trust her to make her own decisions. I mean, if we aren't going to stay and defend her, then leaving is fine. And I think that Doug has the ultimate say because it's his home turf. It's like if we were at your magic tree, we wouldn't leave until you wanted to leave. And if you wanted to leave, we'd leave. So, same kind of idea.
What magic tree?
The tree that woke you up, or the moon, or however that worked. I know it's all like crazy, weird nature magic, and that's fine. But I don't understand all that, but it's where you're from.
I'm from the forest.
Right, wasn't it a special tree? Didn't you, like, talk to a tree? Your best friend was a tree for a long time or something?
No.
I thought you said that. I thought the moon gave you your powers, and then you talked to a tree.
I talked to Sylvanas. But
Oh.
that's only recently with divination.
Oh. Alright, well, my misunderstanding. I apologize. But either way, wherever you came from, you know, if we were in that part of your forest, like, oh, look, that's where I crawled up on the tree. That's where I caught a mouse. Whatever, you know, you would have the final say, in my opinion. It's where you're from. Anyway.
Well, if that was the case, then Xander would have had a full say.
Well, it's part of our group, so he's outside of that. Right? Plus, he was in the way of us acquiring that key, that sword, plus he wanted to conscript his people. So he was giving up his right to where he was from. You know, if you wanted to start turning into a tyrant and trying to tell us that we need to go fight all your fights for us, or for you, and that's just it, then yeah, if you took us to your home, maybe that would be the last place you were. I don't know. I don't think that that's going to happen, so I'm not really worried about that. But you are in no way Salzander. Salzander is in no way you. So I don't agree with that assessment.
Well, yeah, I think the best we can do right now, besides getting super involved in this very time-consuming thing, would be to say, you're cool, Ashara, hope you don't die.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's like I said. I mean, you did what you could. You told Sasha. So Sasha's going to send a word, and if she doesn't trust us, she doesn't trust Sasha. She wants to go about being, foolhardy. All right, it's her choice. She's not intentionally causing harm to others, so okay. The Orange Sun, I don't know that we can guarantee one way or another finding exactly how that all got orchestrated, but it would be interesting to find Bale again, and it would be nice to, get one step closer to trying to save the world, as it were. So, are we leaving then after I take Becky on her walk, train her, and then we're going?
Yeah. I would say if you need to do any prep, because we'll try to sneak out, but it's likely that we will be stopped. So.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll train Jackie, and then if it really matters.
Wait a second. I was eating during the whole Rosanna conversation. Did we tell her that the Orange Sun told us to kill or to fight Ashara?
Garan did.
Yes.
Told
You
Sasha,
did?
you did
Okay.
not tell Rosanna.
Okay.
We told Sasha.
Okay. While Jackie is on, Garan, oh my word. It could be the other way around. Sometimes the dog walks you instead of you walking it.
She's the goodest girl. That's fine.
I'll go kind of break off and tell Rosanna. I feel like she's pretty trustworthy and be like, hey, by the way, there's more to that conversation, but we're gonna leave, so have fun, and by the way, this is something that happened, so watch out for it.
I love it. She's like, I just want to be free for a bit and just not deal with it. You're like, oh, by the way, here's this big plot that you're about to be in the middle of. I love you.
That
By
could
the way, there's
happen.
another good thing.
Well, maybe it's so that she can avoid it,
All right, fair
She
enough.
doesn't get accidentally caught up in it.
Thanks for the tip.
And see you later. Good luck.
Good luck, Gambit. Hope you all do very well. Find your swords. Do the magic thing. Don't get mad.
We
Anyway,
sure will.
if you're ever in
Yes.
town, or wherever I happen to be, free to say hi.
For sure. Sure thing. Toodles.
Toodles.
You did notice, but she would like at the time that you went to her, whatever the order she had, she is holding boxes of ammo.
Oh, I need one of those, but I'll get going later. What is she? Did she shoot something? I thought she used an axe.
She does.
As
But maybe she learned because Bale was the one that she was traveling with, remember?
y'all never actually fought her.
Belle does use that. Maybe she lied. Interesting. Suspicious. I won't dig into it though and leave.
Fair enough. Yeah, it returns. Probably around the same time, Chris or Garand would return with Jackie well locked. Trained.
Was that 16 worth anything?
Yeah, that'd be 1 point. You should have
Alrighty.
grabbed the point on her sheet that you have access to.
Nope.
No? On the notes section of her page?
It is on her notes section, but
Can you
I
not
can't.
edit it?
Not presently. You have it locked.
Definitely shared on my side.
All right, I was able
Oh.
to unlock it. Yeah, you gave me the power to unlock it, but yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
That's
cool,
enough.
cool. Yeah.
That's good. That's enough. I was able to do it then. Thanks,
Woo!
buddy.
I love when things work out. Alright,
Me
you
too.
pack up and prepare to go. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break and then get into the beginning of your travel montage.
You mean our
Escape.
Yay! We're traveling!
Your
Woo!
escape montage. You have to actually get out of the city first.
Yeah,
That's
we have
true.
it's escape room, and by room I mean city.
Can we mute real quick while we're on break?
Yeah, I'll mute us on stream. Be back in a minute, guys. We're unmuted and back. Hello. Hope you had a good break. We're getting back over to the times. Alright, today is... Oh yeah, we talked about Vetch for a second, so there's a picture of it. We'll say 9 o'clock. What is the party doing? How are you making your escape?
Can we try the door?
Probably the best way to at least try.
What's that way?
The door?
Okay, so here's the thing. John could get us close enough, and he could dim door, like one person who couldn't get across. Maybe... I don't know. I think we could all be fine. So, yeah, I can Misty Step. If Thicket can turn into a bird or whatever, Dog can shadow jump, right? And you can travel through the earth. I think we're all fine.
I don't think I can. How thick is the walls?
10 feet?
Do they go underground?
Unclear.
Then maybe you would be the person that he dim doors, you know?
Is there magical barriers that would prevent such an action?
Probably to keep people from coming in, but I can imagine to keep them from getting out. It's easy enough for me to try where there's no one around, and I just Misty Step and give it a shot first.
Why don't we just walk out?
Well, I mean, we could try, but with Doug, he's like Garon's like doing the whole like head nod pointing thing. I don't know. They may be on the lookout and ready. I don't know.
I think we should try the door and then just be on the ready and then run.
All right.
Should go
You're
get
taking
the car.
no special precautions? Gonna try to leave through the gate?
Maybe being sneaky.
I mean,
I can pass without a trace if you guys want.
I think that would be a good idea.
yeah, or, I mean, can't Thicket teleport us through a tree?
Yeah, but that's like 1,000 billion gold.
Oh,
No.
And there's no trees.
Wait, let me look at what I have.
so we can't use, like, one of these
'Cause-
decorative plants?
Let me check my
buddy, it's
stuff. We might be able to do it. Doug has a point.
Okay.
My fantasy grounds is lagging.
I don't know what's up. It's
If-
definitely on your side, because I'm doing fine and I'm not hearing anyone else.
Could you just imagine, like, utilizing, like just house plants for, like, teleporting?
That'd be
It has
funny.
to be big enough to move through.
Pothos. Pothos can get really big.
I do have a scroll of transport via plants.
If the party agrees that it is worth using this scroll that costs like $1 million to
No, I have a thing. I'm just trying to find it.
Okay, hold on.
With my
Everybody
last
pause.
fantasy grounds. Hold your breath.
$1 million.
To be fair, it's only like 20,000 gold.
That's still a lot of gold.
It is a very
That's like more than we had altogether, right? So
Yeah,
It might be more than your current net worth.
we would have to
Or liquid.
grind. Garan, you'd have to drink some tea because we'd.
You'd be singing up a storm.
Yep.
singing up a storm.
Yeah, y'all got like 10k. or total in terms of cash.
Yeah, it's so hard to come by in this world. You have to really scrape and save and work for it. You have to go to like a celebration festival to be able to make enough. Crazy.
Yeah. Make enough to buy super scrolls and everything and magic items. Incredible how expensive magic is.
Power is.
The ability to bend reality to your will.
Just like, gosh.
Listen, all I'm saying is a highly efficient method of gaining money is looting tombs.
Okay.
We have morals.
I have opened the spell.
Where's all the tombs then?
It says, Tree Stride. You gain the ability to enter a tree and move from inside it to inside another tree of the same kind within 500 feet. Both trees must be lit. Oh my gosh, it keeps moving. Stop. Ah. Freaking computer.
I believe in you.
Both trees must be living and at least the same size as you. You must use 5 feet of movement. To enter a tree, you instantly know the location of all other trees of the same kind, within 500 feet. And as part of the move used to enter the tree, can either pass into one of those trees or step out. Just scroll down, please. Please scroll down. Where was I? Step out of the tree you're in. You appear in a spot of your choice within 5 feet of your destination tree using another 5 feet of movement. If you have no movement left, you appear within 5 feet of the tree you entered. You can use this as transportation ability once per round for the duration you must end each turn outside a tree. So it looks like I can only use it for myself.
And also not up to the course of like miles, but if you're trying to like the inside the city to just outside the city, if there's a tree on the outside, you definitely like pop over the wall essentially. Tree stride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tree stride is different than transport via plants.
Yeah, I think they were talking like over a long distance, which notably transport via plants, you have to have been there.
Yep.
Can't teleport to places you don't know.
I don't. Yeah. We would lose a whole lot of progress. But I think we can just sneak out.
Attempting to sneak out then?
Yep.
Any special
Yep.
precautions to aid in the sneaking?
Uh,
Are you
pass
taking the
Pass
cart?
without a trace.
Are you taking the cart and the horse that you found?
yes, we still have a long way to go, right?
Are we putting the cart before the horse though?
Okay, so pass out trace. Acting a stealthy. Okay. I need everyone to make stealth checks in the tower. The +10. Bless you all with the ability to hide in shadows well. Stay out of sight. Keep away from pines.
Out of curiosity, can you please do me a favor? And if I roll in that 20, let me know so that way I can go ahead and get that extra point.
Did not roll in at 20.
All right.
It says stealth 10. I mean, +10. Doesn't matter what our modifiers are.
You get an extra +10 on top of it. So put a 10 in the adjusting box in the bottom left.
I love the +23. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's
Not in the tower, but
Oh, we were supposed to go in the tower. Sorry.
that's okay.
That's what I meant to do, but I don't know why I rolled twice.
You always roll twice, bro. I still don't know why.
Do you want us to add the +10 already?
Yeah, if you can, just in the modifier in the bottom left.
Did it add the +10 when I put it into the tower the second time?
No, but I can do basic math. It should be okay. Cool.
I tried to roll it in the tower and it didn't work. To be fair, it's a miracle it rolled at all. You check my task manager.
You make your way through, carefully moving around. You plan to wait until part of the time, around like 9-ish. Well, I guess it might have been a little earlier, depending on when you are, but yeah, around when best you can, when you see groups of people heading out, whether it be to work on some location outside of the city proper, whether it be probably maybe merchants, either merchants or some commoners who are working outside the city proper, because sometimes you need to like work in a mine of the mountain that's not directly connected to the city, because that's how life is sometimes, and there are grim outside, so be careful and be back and drive safe. But carefully maneuver the cart. You end up hiding basically everyone except for John in the cart, like with like cloth over them, and maybe Thicket's on the outside as a little bird on John's shoulder, or as a second horse. John acting as nondescript as possible. Eventually leading y'all through the gate and out. Time goes by. An hour or two later, Thicket, roll your perception check in the tower. I assume you're keeping track on whether there's anyone behind you.
Can you please roll it for me?
Yes, I can.
I think I need to restart my entire laptop. Let me join
no.
my phone. Let me join on Discord on my phone so I can still be on call.
Alright, so with your roll, you feel very certain there is no one following you. Over the course of hours throughout the day, Thicket navigating, you're able to make it through into the next day, say into the 13th in the morning. So there is a sandstorm. The Thicket will actually do need to roll, because you might get lost in the sandstorm. You are all being careful, I presume. Are you taking any precautions against the sandstorm?
I mean, Doug is just kind of putting his hand a little over his face.
Control weather? Thicket, can you do that? Can you control the weather?
I can predict it, but I can't control it.
So no special precautions? You're just going to try to travel through the sandstorm? Covering your mouths with hands?
Yeah.
Cool. What happens when you travel unprotected in a sandstorm?
I mean, blanket over a head probably give it what.
Alright, I'm going to say up to the next day, we're all going to be exhausted because of inhalation of sand and other difficulties due to the sandy storm. Despite the rest, we're going to roll another day's weather. Light clouds. The second day is light and easy, making it very clear as you continue on that you all feel exhausted. Thicket, you are the first person to notice. You see the glint of light reflecting off of something or someone seems to shift rapidly. As you get closer, you see fighting as best he can. You see what looks like a figure fighting against 3 large Grimm in the desert.
One figure fighting against 3 large Grimm?
Oh,
Looks like we're going. Anything else? Is the sandstorm's over?
yes.
Okay.
You've moved on to the next
But we're
day.
still
You're
exhausted.
still exhausted because of the sandstorm.
Okay.
Is there anything I would like to do? Are y'all approaching? Are you staying away from the person fighting the Grimm? What's happening?
Probably Gambit's gonna be like, so we're gonna help them out, right?
Yeah, we all hate Grimm, right? Good night, Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Say good night.
Good night, Cheyenne.
Good night, Cheyenne.
All right. Yeah, I mean, we all hate Grimm, so right.
All right. You
Yeah.
rush toward the fight. I'm going to share a map record with you. And from here, you can put yourselves anywhere behind, we'll say, anywhere behind this line. Ready to share again, Maury? Hello? I guess I should put you on the combat tracker. That count. Fuck. Move yourself wherever you want.
I'm reloading.
Where's
Fantasy grounds.
You're on the right side, behind that line. Anywhere you want behind that line. Who's gonna control John?
Whoa.
Well, I guess I should show your opponents.
Hide.
Hiding behind a cactus. Like it.
Excuse me.
Who would like to control John Halston? Jack, would you like to control John Halston? Jack? Oh, he's muted.
Sorry, just got back. What did you say?
Y'all are approaching a fight. Move anywhere behind that line there, wherever you want. Do you want to control John Halston?
Sure.
Okay. Go to the on the right side, the player section. Open characters and select John, and then it should claim it. So you can open his sheet and such. I need everyone to roll initiatives once you've found your place.
I'm trying to open them up.
Jackie. Kim. And am I
Another.
am I rolling it into the side left box, or am I rolling it onto my person? I forget.
For initiative? You can
For
do it in the
initiative,
left
yeah.
box. Are you able
Somebody
to see
walks-
the map, Maury? Do I need to share it to you?
I have it.
Okay, cool beans. Move where you'd like. Everyone's ready, I will lock the tokens. We do need to roll initiative. Pick it if you can.
I know.
I believe in you.
Let me
Still.
calm down.
Okay.
Yeah, this is fine. Okay.
This is fine.
Jackie should have more than that hit points. She should have like 9. $11 now. 6 plus 4 plus 2. We've got 12 HP.
Yeah, she can almost handle the hit.
She could take a single hit. Just one though.
I guess it just depends on what from.
Alright, well, speaking of which, Jackie is up first.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. How far is this? It was 200?
That was just the line that I had between you and them. Y'all are currently about 65 feet away.
Alright, she's gonna get up here on that little bit of dew.
Tokens. Okay.
And then she is going to make a bark.
That hits. She barks loudly, the sound wave striking toward, dealing only 1 damage, unfortunately. Not a lot, but she does deal damage to the King Taijitu, though it hardly seems to recognize it.
That's fine. That's kind of how I want it to be. I wanted her nickel and dime, so that way she can just add to our overall goodness, but not be a target. Also, it looks like a straight 0, but I know that she has like +5 or something. So
That's because I'm having a hard time getting the
thing to work right. All right, I'll start putting +5 in.
Well, I think I might be able to do it. I will run a test on it here in a minute. But for now, take it. I think I might be able to get her.
Are any of these Grim in the air?
No. They're all 3 ground Grim.
Do any of them look like they could fly?
No, none of them have wings.
Okay. Does the person in the middle look hurt?
Perception check. With that, you do see they are in fact actually bleeding, so they're not doing great. They seem to be surviving just enough. They do have some actual blood on them. They are fighting their hardest, but they are, you would guess, fairly low in terms of actual health. They are hurt. You would see also with that perception a bit of a clearer idea of what they look like. As you would see a fairly tall, a little bit taller than Doug, probably 6'6" or so figure, standing with kind of these backwards extended legs down to these hooves up into his body, where he wears a series of leathers and some metal bits of his armor. A large 2-handed sword in his hands with a spike on the bottom that seemed, or sort of more of a hook, seemed to be able to grapple onto things a little bit. Bits of fur peeking through his armors at various points. His claw-like hands holding the blade as fast as it can, or as well as it can, like hold fast. His head is the dead giveaway of what it seems to be he might be, or what you would guess he might be, being the fairly clear look of a wild boar. Dark fur. See this man. Weapon drawn. Fighting the grim.
All right. I'm going to cast Healing Word. What level? Let's do 3rd. We gotta adjust that. Okay. And we're like 65 feet away, so I gotta get closer. Like there? Is that close enough? Yes.
9:30.
Okay.
9:30.
I'm gonna yell out with my healing word. Do you need some help?
That'd be great.
That was really bad. Ugh.
It's health. Heal up. Didn't look like it applied. I will go ahead and throw it at him. Oh, there we go. As he
I
heals
was
9 hit
targeting
points.
him. Did you untarget me?
I think I might have untargeted him on accident for you. My bad.
And that was a bonus action, so
Yep.
I can still do
I have an act up.
circlet of blasting?
That's alright. Yeah, it doesn't count as using a spell. Not the casting a spell, it's using an item.
Okay.
Very nice.
I'm gonna. Should we hit the big one? Sure, let's do the big one.
King Taiju. As
Okay,
Thicket's
that's
circlet
3.
above his straw hat glows dramatically. 3 beams of fire. Unfortunate miss.
Ah, I clicked the wrong button.
Unfortunate miss again.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's rough. Thinking as you like climb through the sand, you're not used to it as it gets into your paws. You're not used. I mean, you fought a couple of times in sand, but you still don't like it necessarily. Sand getting everywhere. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Unfortunately, though, as you're climbing up this small dune, the 3 attacks do. King Taijitu is going to make a multi-attack. Yes.
Attack. Can you tell me each one as you describe it before you
It is
roll
going
for
in
it?
to bite.
Okay, does it look like it's going to be doing a lot of biting, or is it like a bite, a tail whip, a slam? Does it look like a bunch
It
of
looks
things?
like it's going to be trying to bite and then try to constrict. Well, no, with the level of damage it believes it has, it is just going to go for 2 bites.
Okay. I will wait for the first one, I guess, and then maybe the second one. We'll see.
The first one
Nice.
misses as the bite comes down. He comes up and actually swings the hook at the base of his sword upward into its mouth, slashing it away. Not doing that much damage, but giving enough of a bite back to keep it from going after him. Going to do the second one, and it does have, well, it'll be here because it has a 10-foot.
That's fine. He's outside of 60 foot anyway. I can't silver rebarge him, that jerk.
Damage. He takes 22 points of damage that he does seem to partially resist, interestingly enough. As it bites toward him, he pulls up what seems to be his aura around on each side of him, as this brownish light shows up, kind of matching his fur on each side, keeping the teeth away long enough for him to jump out of the way, away from the King Taijitu, separating from the attack. Deathstalker 13 is going to... Button is it that lets me drag him like that? Boom. Going to move up behind him and make its own multi-attack. So that is a miss. As it comes behind him, he spins around, knocking the claw away. It brings its second claw over. Once again, he is definitely parrying the first one and then the second, stepping back using a lot of physical strength, so I guess not as deft, but he's like striking away the claws. Not dealing much damage to them, but keeping them from touching into him as its large stinger swings forward. As I guess I should share these Grim images again. I have seen them, but in case you wanted to.
I remember the scorpions.
The King Taijutsu is pretty much the same picture because I don't have a good full body picture. And then the Deathstalker. If I can spell the word death correctly. Big guys. As it brings its stinger forward. This one does hit. Going to partially resist down to making it do. Did it only do 3? Oh, that's my soul. Benefits of being a were creature. As it strikes into him, he is using its aura, but you see, though he seems to be able to shrug off the vast majority of the physical damage as it strikes into him, he pretty much takes it like it is piercing into his aura. He's hardly putting any effort into it. But then you see like the pulse of necrotic energy from it, and that's what he absorbs through his aura. That is the Deathstalker's turn with his 3 attacks. Garand.
Okay. Alright. So... Oh, golly gracious. Okay. Alright, well, I need to be close enough to be able to do stuff, so, 30. There's my 30.
Running up and down the dunes.
Yeah, oh, wait, actually, wait a second. Wait, let me do this first. Hold on. Or was that here? No, here. Okay. Before I do that, let me go ahead and Mantle Inspiration. So that'll burn 1 Bardic. And as I give you these temp, you can use your reaction to move up to your speed without provoking opportunity attack.
Doug, John, Gambit, Thicket. Our powers combined will be the true Star Kids.
Now I'll move 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. So that was my bonus and my move. And then for my action.
Yep, good old Ectyon. Oh, while we work our way toward your turn, and also John's going to be up next, Jack. Can you check in the chat what we decided for the final, Jocelyn, on your gun's new range?
All right.
Yes.
All right. So here's how this is going to go down, my good sir.
Right.
Okay. How do you ping? How do you ping a spot? Right click is right click.
It's hold spacebar and then left click.
Okay. So I'm going to go right here. That corner. That's going to be a 10-foot boom. It's going to leave unidentified werebore out, and it's going to be able to. It's a 10-foot radius, yeah. So it should be able to get both of the.
Did it say it's sent on a space or a point? I mean, in either case, it can hit both, so it doesn't really matter.
The way it's going to hit both, whichever way it's going to hit, so that all 3 of them are going to have to be hit by it.
All 3? I don't think you could hit all 3. Because I would say they have to have more than half a square within the space in order to be within it.
Oh, what? All right, fine. Then I guess big guy, and then that's Stalker 12.
Okay.
That's fine. All right.
Just so you don't, like, tinge the edge of someone and get, like, oh, that counts.
It's fine. I'm going to QQ about it. And then
I'm giving a
I'm
thumbs
going.
up. You can't see it, but I'm giving you a thumbs up.
That's fine. On the King Taijutsu, I'm going to use. No, you know what? No, I won't use it yet. I will save the. I will save the. There we go. That was at 3rd level.
All right, you deal. So the Deathstalker succeeds. The Taijutsu fails.
All right. So the extra level, because it's a level 2 spell, the extra level is going to be another D8.
Yep.
So
If you have a mouse, you should be able to right-click the thing while dragging it to add the extra D8 to it, or you can change the actual.
Yep. Yeah,
button.
you're the best. All right. So put down
23 points of damage, and then it's going to be half of that. It should auto proc to half. It did. All right, to a total of 10 points to the Taijutsu. I'm sorry, to the Deathstalker.
Yeah. And then is it? Yeah, so that sound is like it's like a lightning like just crashed between them, and then that's what.
There's a crack of thunder.
Yeah.
John. So Jack playing John, what's up?
So, just looking at things. Let's see, how far away on. Let's see what this would be. Oh, it's not letting me move John at all.
Okay, then just ping where you want it to be. Hold spacebar and then left click.
Spacebar and then left click. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, not enough.
Or you can left and right click and play. Okay, so as long as I can clearly see where you're intending.
Has John used his Guardian of Nature yet?
He has not used most of his Verdant Everbloom spells. Which form would you like to take?
Well, I was thinking, let's just do the Primal Beast.
Alright. Your melee weapon attacks deal an extra 1d6 force damage. You see as John pulls out the blade, the green light from it, as the blade glows, a green light from the serpentine blade. The green light covers over him, and as it does, his features become more feral. His teeth seem to extend. His hair grows to be more, as he has this grayish green fur kind of grows and covers his body. He has walking speed increased by 10 feet, dark vision to 120 feet if he didn't have before, which he actually didn't, and strength-based attack rolls with advantage. Melee weapon attacks deal an extra 1d6 force damage. I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Yeah, add the effect to him. That'll also process concentration.
Oh, do I need to roll something?
No. It just makes it where he'll do the extra force damage and we'll mark him as concentrating. That way if he loses concentration, it'll drop off of him.
Okay, so I think now he can get within range.
Now it should have a 40-foot move speed.
And then question for future reference. With Polymorph, he can't do himself, correct?
And Polymorph himself.
So with the Guardian of Nature being constant... Well, never mind.
Concentration, couldn't do both.
Yeah, never mind. Well, I've already decided to go with this, so we'll go with this. And I can't... Since... Did that count as a spell?
It was a spell, yes, but I'm curious what the action for. It is a bonus action. Alright.
Correct. So I can attack, right?
Yep. I do think he... Does he have multi-attack?
He should.
I think he does. Let me check his ability. He does. He does have extra attack, so you can attack twice.
Okay, and this is with the...
It's the Flame Tongue or the Verdant Everbloom.
It seems like the flame tongue is potentially better.
Does deal extra fire damage, though the Everbloom should have a +1 bonus to hit and damage. I don't know why. The Everbloom pulling from his strength, I can't be that.
Well, because the guardian thing, it does change it to strength based.
That's true, so we would need strength-based attack roll, so we will get a slightly lower bonus.
Oh wait, I don't want to do that. Okay, I see where it has the damage thing, but I don't see where it has the roll for it. Okay, there it goes.
Yeah, it's the button, the attack and damage buttons next to him. You can drag that onto it. Okay, you didn't automatically have advantage, so go ahead and just roll again for that first attack as you move up. Oh, you're using short bow?
Oh wait, no. Is that what it did?
It looks like it tried to use short bow.
Oh. Well, that's not what I meant to do. But I'll just roll.
Oh.
Unfortunately, you missed with the 2 swings of the Flame Tongue Scimitar. Go ahead and trigger advantage and keep going.
So he does have 2 attacks?
Yep.
Why does it do that? Stop it.
Jaislyn, you're on deck with Gambit. That does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. It should roll with the extra force damage and everything. Though, as he moves forward, striking down into it, he misses it and strikes into the sand. But as he stands back up, you see he kind of lets out a bestial wiping along, cutting through, and actually slices off one of the mandibles of the Deathstalker, dealing a load of damage to it. That is his 2 attacks. Movement, bonus action, Gambit. What is the range on the revolver now?
120.
What was it?
40, 120.
40, 120? Okay.
Yes.
Alright. You are you've been adjusted. What would you like to do?
Yay! I can actually move on the map. Let's see.
Did you want to use your reaction to move on when I buffed you?
No.
Okay.
Do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 40 feet. So I do need to get a little closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is 30 feet. Right here.
Alright, drag your token. That
Yeah.
works. Okay,
Hide and fire.
Okay, bonus action hide, roll your stealth check, and then make the attack. You'll probably have advantage if I were to put money on it. Grim are not known for their passive, but you do have to make a wisdom saving throw. Did forget about that part.
Oh!
So your stealth is not great, so hopefully it'll be enough, but I do need you to roll a wisdom save as well.
I have it above a 5 today. Can I use a hero point on a save?
Yep. Any d20
Thank
roll can benefit from a hero point
goodness.
except for death saving. Oh. Nah, you can heroically roll the death save. That's fine. So any d20. Well, any
Wisdom?
d20 roll from your character. Yep, wisdom save.
I
Sometimes I
want
have
to-
you roll d20s to decide things. And that can't add a hero point.
Oh, thank goodness.
That was almost a
17.
You succeed. You are
It was
successfully
almost 20.
hidden. Almost too low.
Okay. Now I'm going to attack.
Yeah.
With my gun.
Advantage.
Let's put you over to the passive. You overcame his passive.
Yay!
Yep, the 15 overcame his passive, and the wisdom succeeded on you controlling your emotions. Can't hide with them if you can't control your emotions.
That's awesome. That's so neat.
Ah!
Whoa.
Unfortunate. Oh, you did have advantage though, so roll again because you did have advantage.
Oh,
Should have
I
been the
did?
double
I did?
roll. Because you hid.
Oh.
I told you that.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't pick up.
That's okay.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
A 1 into a 2.
Literally.
Amazing.
Does that 1 point make it any better? Do
Okay,
I hit it? Is it AC 12?
No. Also, why is it showing as
Oh.
hidden? Like, it's not showing up on the stream side. Weird. Is it showing up for y'all? The roll?
No, the roll is showing, yeah.
Strange. Well, anyway. You do unfortunately miss with that attack. As the bullet
Maybe
flies
next
past
time.
it.
Man,
get
these
mild
things are
frustration.
invincible. Thicket missed all 3. Didn't John miss some?
John missed once.
John did miss once. As the boar-like man rebalances himself from the onslaught. Thanks for the help. Yeah. As he will turn and he will actually does pretty much the same attack between his great sword and tusks, but he's gonna go ahead and Deathstalker 13. So he swings the large blade. The 19, it brings up his claw as it kind of blocks against him as he strikes against it, failing to actually break through the carapace. He'll bring the sword down against it again. This time it strikes in, and actually you see the carapace crack the bone-like coverings on it as he digs the blade into it, dealing... Gonna resist this. 5 points of damage. He needs magic weapon. Oh wait, no, it should be... It kind of... Yeah, because... Not bad. Magic. Take an extra 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
I had it written on his sheet, but I didn't
have a
actually
magic
apply
weapon.
it.
I said, what superhero wouldn't have a magic weapon?
First, he'd have to be a superhero.
He may have come out here to die, so...
I mean, it looks like he's fighting pretty hard too.
The Deathstalker is going to turn around and make attacks against John because he just got stabbed a bunch.
Nice.
Make 1 attack. Fail. Second attack. As John deftly just steps to the side of the first one. The second, though, as the claw comes in. As it deals 11 points of damage. As it grapples around him, he uses his aura to break off the damage itself so it doesn't harm him physically. But he is now grappled by it. It is then going to turn its eyes back over. Nah, it's just going to sting the person in front of him. It has friends to attack the boar. But unfortunately, the
Thank
sting,
goodness.
despite the being grappled, is going to miss as John uses the blade to knock the tail away himself from being stung. Doug.
So...
And Jackie and Thicket are on deck.
Heard.
What Doug is going to do... So, I can only attack more than once if I attack with the first action, correct?
What do you mean?
So, like, for example, if I was to use something as an action, I couldn't attack as my second action.
Correct. You have 1 action, but you can use that 1 action to make 2 attacks.
Okay.
Once you get to 11th level, you can... You're a fighter. Except you're not just a fighter, you're a barbarian, so it won't be 11th level. Never mind.
I guess in that case, I might just go over here and help John. If I was to attack the Deathstalker, is it possible for John to get ungrappled, or would that be on his turn?
If you kill it, it'll die and be ungrappled, but it would be...
Okay.
Kill it, then no. I mean, you could use your action to try to free him from the grapple and make an athletics check again.
That's okay. I think I'll just rage.
Enough.
Rage.
Which weapon have you pulled out?
The memory.
I think it make me a perception check with disadvantage.
Perception.
I feel like I have something that affects my perception checks and what can and can't be disadvantaged, but I don't have time to look into that. So disadvantage perception.
Woo, let's go. Don't.
Yeah,
Wow,
you are able to
the
notice
one time
this
I don't roll horrible.
as Doug pulls out the blade, stepping it up to it. You would see where does he wear the scorching solarium at his belt or on his back with the greatsword?
It's actually in his quiver that holds everything.
Ah, is it sticking out of the quiver, or is it like turned fully invisible in the quiver?
It's more like a Mary Poppins quiver.
So you don't see it. Can't see it from the outside then.
Yeah.
Fine then, Thicket.
Dang
JK.
it!
I know that's sad. That's a waste of a 19 to 17.
That's
Wait,
okay.
Doug.
That's okay. Attack!
I mean, if we wanted to, for aesthetics, we could just say all 50 weapons that Doug has just kind of like is all out of the
You can
quiver
also
at
just
the same
barely see them
time.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
50?
pretty comedic. It's not that many, but I think it can be that many.
I think it holds up to like 20.
It depends on the weapon. So the efficient
That's
quiver can hold. It has 3 compartments.
Yes, here we go.
It can hold 60 arrows, bolts, or similar objects, 18 javelins or similar-sized objects, and 6 long objects, such as bows, quarterstaffs, spears, swords, etc. So this would be like a medium-sized object, I guess, up there in the 18 spot.
So yeah, I guess you could see briefly. But I was just imagining like a Mary Poppins bag because
That seems to me
Try.
Mary Poppins-y, so... Alright, make your attacks.
Yeah.
It's fine. Another time. Hit! As you strike down into it, where he had struck into it, cutting through the mandibles and dealing a large, bloody gash on its face. Bloody. This blackish ichor. As it reaches toward him, coming out and attacking him, you just step up, bring a second strike down in that same spot, cutting into what amounts to a skull, crashing down into it and breaking it down. Falls to the ground and begins to crash away and dissolve.
and that's all I can do.
You have a second attack. The question is, are you high enough level to get the extra movement to potentially be able to actually get to... Yeah, get there.
It's like I
So
can't,
you have like 10 feet, but you're 15 feet away from an enemy.
and I can't use the echo because I used rage. Or actually, it doesn't have bonus action beside rage.
It is a bonus.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Get here. Oh, fast movement's level 5. Alright. Oh. Top is Jackie.
Yeah. All right. So since Doug delightfully freed John, is Chromatic Orb a save DC? No, range attack spell. All right, so +5.
click the +5 button in the bottom left.
That's exactly what I did, sir. You're on my page. I'm on yours. Oh no, one pump.
Unfortunately, it's still a miss though. What
right.
energy was she using?
I mean, I think she's gonna be like Dad, man. She's gonna be rocking lightning and thunder.
Shooting the lightning, unfortunately, it blasts past the King Tajitu and strikes against the sand, turning a bit of the sand to glass.
Nice. We'll save that for later.
Move her. Anything else you'd like to do? While Thicket goes ahead and starts his turn. Garand, you are going to be on deck after some of the enemies. Thicket.
We'll go there. Just a little hop skip.
Mori?
I'm here, sorry.
You're
I was
good.
muted. It always moves my map every time it switches to my turn.
Yeah,
Aw.
I think there is a setting, I don't remember which one it is in the options, for like going to token centering. There's an option in the per user options in the option settings in the top right under tools that is a turn token center and or select. I think. I don't know. There's a thing that auto like sets you on.
Thank you.
Anyway, continue.
I'm gonna yell out to Boarman, "Are you poisoned?"
No.
Do I remember if these Deathstalkers can poison people?
Make a religion check.
Religion. I'm gonna. Is there a limit to how many hero points we can use at one time?
Nope. You can spend them all on one thing, I think. Well, I don't remember. Will I have any I'll do one? I don't remember. Anyway, from here on, at least for tonight. I'll reconsider it later. For tonight, you can use multiple. Go. Make you even more heroic in this instance.
I'm gonna use all of them.
The most heroic of all
The
time.
most heroic memory Thicket has ever had.
All the religions.
You remember to the times that you read books with
Have
Sasha
it.
and reading up on the grim that you had there, you'd experienced
Okay.
religiously.
Or maybe Thicket's just like, oh yeah, I'm a Grim too. No.
Ah!
You still got one. That's so sucks.
So nat ones are not auto fails, but unfortunately you rolled low enough to where it still fails for skill checks. So you don't know. I mean, they are scorpion-like, so you can do it that way you will.
Frustrating.
That is rough.
That's rough, buddy.
Okay.
I don't think God wanted you to make that religion check. You did everything to make it work.
And you see why I used all of them.
Yeah.
You should change your dice.
True, it could be the
Yeah.
dice's fault.
Could be.
Okay. Well, for my turn, I'm going to cast another healing word at level 3
He will
at
appreciate
the
it.
dude. Because that last one sucked. Mildly better. And then, Coatl time.
Photo.
Yay! And on the Coatl's turn, I'm going to have it go up to the boar and cast protection from poison. Just in caseies.
That is the wrong animal I just added to the combat tracker.
Cougar.
Quetzalcoatl, which is a dinosaur.
No, I just-
Let me
Well,
add any
Cougar
sort of
close.
effect to him. I don't think. Oh wait,
Doesn't Quaddle start with a Q?
No.
Quetzalcoatl.
C.
What?
Quetzalcoatl
Que-
does. Coatl does not.
Coatl. Couatl.
Right, it doesn't matter what his speed is, he moves after you.
Yeah, and his flying speed is 90.
Yeah. Get wherever he wants. Protection from poison. Bonk.
Bonk.
So we're
Bonk.
cool. Anyway. Alright, that is your action, bonus action, any movement you like to take?
Good.
Okay, the Coatl flew, poison, don't think it has any major bonus actions. Taijitu, it is going to turn abruptly and move toward Doug. And he is going to start with a constrict attack, which actually he has to be within 5 feet, so he's here.
I will.
Or get a
No,
opportunity.
he doesn't have enough reach for it.
Okay.
I will disadvantage that.
Okay, well,
You
the
don't
first one-
have to. Okay.
It still hits, unfortunately.
Okay.
Can I luck that?
You don't have to spend a whole lot of resources on it. I can get you out of it easily.
Yeah, but we're
And it
probably not gonna have
misses.
fights like before our next
You'll
long
probably be
rest,
able to
so-
knock it off. But it does miss after failing to constrict you. It is then going to make a bite attack against you. That's an nat 20.
Oh. Yarps. Are you gonna luck that too?
Yeah.
That was giving you plenty of time. I figured you might want to do that. And he misses that too as well. As he comes up and tries to wrap around you, you deftly climb out. At the last second, it like slips and slides along the sand with its scales as you kind of just slide off of it. Luckily, moving out of the way as it fails to bite or constrict you. That Stalker 13 is going to make attacks against the boar. Target raged. Well, it was not raged, but in pain and emotional because of the pain. Claw.
Emotion.
And he is going to claw successfully and grapple, dealing 4 points of damage. Second claw attack is going to try to strike into him repeatedly, dealing. That was supposed to be a roll, not a damage. Let's go ahead and see if the roll hit. It didn't. He needs to undamage him. Let's give you your health back, Borman Osborne. Anyway, then going to bring the stinger down. And miss. Garan.
Yes.
Garan is on deck.
All right. Well, it's close enough now. So here we go. Gal. Bagal. Bagal.
Alright. That.
Oh, I'm attacking.
Right, dex based. Is that only range or is that dex entirely?
It's Dex, Int, or Charisma.
Is it if you have advantage that you're supposed to get it, or
Yeah. If you have advantage, you get a third
what
roll.
was giving you
Yep.
advantage there?
When I disadvantaged him earlier, he made the hit, but Doug rerolled it.
That's
with
right,
luck.
you gave yourself the advantage. Right.
Yeah.
Yep, so you
Like,
definitely hit. Good thing, too, because, well, I guess the first roll was 12, but then there was a 4 and a 6.
Yeah.
But you do hit. Roll damage.
Go ahead and pop that on as well.
Alright, add on the psychic. A little bit of an over. As you come up, you jump up and strike down into the front faceplate on the black one as it strikes into it, piercing through some of the skull itself. As there's a burst of psychic energy and acid and lightning, or, piercing, breaking into it, dealing damage as you hop off. I don't think you get your second attack yet, or do you already have second attack?
Yeah, I have it from the other way, and
That's
why
right,
when
that's right.
I can do even more damage. So that's why. But this one won't have advantage. Nice.
You hop off, but still swinging the trident around, striking into it, flashing along it with the tips of the trident.
And then I don't get to Psychic Blades more than once a turn, so...
Correct. Still dealing
But
14
still-
points of damage. John is
Still, that's-
next. Gambit is on deck.
That's 42 in a turn, and I'm happy with it.
Oh, very good. What's John
Okay,
doing?
so
Oh, he's no longer grappled. The thing is dead. So I'm gonna remove that. Can't be
yeah,
grappled by a
so
corpse. Well, that's a thing for another time.
When I run up, I'll say, hey, one of you help me with this, and the other one go help the bull.
I think John is just feeling very in tune with this Everbloom. So there's something called Contagion. It says make a melee spell attack, but it doesn't give me the option beside of it. So do I just do a random attack?
There is. So if you open the settings, there's the cast, which has next to it the attack sword or the save.
You said settings?
Okay, so on the contagion on the far right, there is a gear. Clicking on that gear
Oh,
will
I
open
see.
up all the things it does. And there is a cast, attack, and save. That melee +4 is what you'll be using.
Gotcha.
Very
I
nice.
think it has a flat... I think it has flat attack for... I might have to fix it, but I think... Or is the Verdant Everbloom... Should be flat. Does it? It should be flat. It should be... I'll fix it later. That hits. Alright, so I do believe... Contagion is not concentration. Alright, which disease are you going to inflict?
The Slimy Doom.
Alright. One thing that is worth noting is this spell is just slightly nerfed, I think. Which is that Slimy Doom does not give a disadvantage on the concentration checks Constitution checks against.
Oh, I mean, that's fine. I was mostly doing it so that it would be stunned if we were to hit it.
It's still a really good spell. Anyway, yeah, you successfully caused it to have this disease as you strike into it, this green energy moves over the Taijitu as you see these sores appear on it and begin to seep this sickly green ooze.
And then can I use the action surge to attack or no?
Do you have an action surge?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think an action surge.
So let's do that and let's try to stun it. Oh wait, that should be with advantage. My bad.
Why would I have advantage?
Because of the primal beast
You're
form.
right. Primal thing does give him advantage. The beast form.
Oh, it doesn't
Unfortunately, it
matter.
still misses as you try to strike at it. It is reeling, and with the weird sliminess, you're having a hard time hitting it properly. Gambit, it is your turn. Next up is going to be the boar, and then Doug.
Well, I guess they'll handle the boar. I mean, the Night Stalker, the Key Daikito. Is that the one that's grappling people?
The Taijitu is the one that likes to grapple. Well, they both like to grapple people. That Stalker when it's claws. The Taijitu likes to snake grapple around them.
Okay.
Like Jafar.
Gambit's going to
Two-headed giant snake.
switch out weapon. Think. Grab the Radiant Scimitar. It's time for close combat.
Woo.
Ooh.
Oh no!
You don't even technically have to
He
fully
can't
swap.
get there.
You can hold the revolver in your left hand, pull out the Radiant Scimitar, and move forward, and still be able to attack with either if you want.
Okay,
Good
but it's
bonus
more than
action
40 feet.
dash.
It's 40 feet, so...
And bonus action dash. Or
Oh, I
boost.
can't. Ah!
It's
Can't
the
bonus
most-
action dodge. That's the one.
That's the really good one. That the plus. Yeah, I mean.
Not there.
Oh, I see what you wanted to do. Okay, you wanted to go
Cute.
for the admin. All right, you dash up to it. It would technically count the Borman as an ally for the purposes of sneak attack if you do hit.
Or
Yes.
Quaddle. Or Quaddle.
And Quaddle. That's true.
Okay. Okay, so I have advantage, or it's just sneak attack?
Just sneak attack if you hit.
Okay.
Come forward as you pull out the blade. It glows radiantly in the light of the sun. You'll get
Please
extra
hit.
damage.
Are you kidding
It
me?
unfortunately is a miss as you come down striking into it. You slip on the sand a bit as you slide down this smaller dune toward it. You try to jump up and strike into it, but you do not get your balance quite right and fail to deal any proper damage.
Oh.
Man, it really sucks the one thing that sucks about being a rogue is that you have one chance to do your damage. If you don't get it, your turn's over. So, unfortunately, my turn is over.
Yeah, that's one of the rogue things. Next up, the boar is going to, as he's being held, he's going to try and use his tusks. No, his sword actually has the benefit of a blessing that allows it to deal magic damage against fiends. As he is going to bring the sword up and try and just slash wildly into the creature as it holds on to him. First one is a miss as he is failing to get any proper hit. Going to go with two hands to try to stab down into it. This time it succeeds. Ooh! Dealing 15 points of damage, max damage, as he finds the part of one of its plates and pushes as hard as it can between two of the plates, burrowing into the creature before pulling the sword back out, preparing for more attacks, but it's not his turn anymore. Doug. Next up is going to be Jackie and Thicket. What?
So, with the stun, does that mean it just automatically fails its save?
If it gets stunned after being attacked, attacks against it have advantage, and I believe it gets auto crit.
Okay, well, let's make sure I hit. So I'm going to reckless attack the first time.
Fair enough.
So I need to add the effect, right?
Yep.
And then-
ATK, melee, grant, ATK, duration 1. Yep. All that is.
So, if I am currently raging, I can't do one of the smites, can I? Because it's a concentration.
Correct.
Okay,
You
so-
cannot concentrate on spells while raging.
So in that case, I will just manifest an echo as a bonus, just kind of on the opposites, I guess, corner of the. Yep, there you go. And then recklessly attack. But can I also do? No, I can't. I don't think I can I? The unleashing.
Unleash Incarnation, that is after you attack. So you have to do the first attack first, and then.
Okay, well, let's do that. So take this here.
Let's go.
That hits. Very much hits.
Okay, can I use my ability to reroll that damage?
Sure, go ahead and just roll 2d6 and we'll increase for whatever.
Oh, I'm using my pad, so I can't double click, so I'm just going to do it twice.
That's fine. So I do think you can right click. Click like.
Oh. Yep, there it is.
Nice.
Roll your 2
Plus
extra.
5.
Nah, because
Okay,
he's
I
gonna
don't-
roll it.
Okay, and then roll what?
So right click on the d6, and then
Mhm.
the 2x. Click on that, drag it over, and drop it into the chest.
Oh, you rolled it for him. Okay. I got you.
Oh, wait, I thought I did. Oh, never mind.
I saw.
Yeah, same.
Nice. So same damage, no change. But second attack is it
Oh.
is now stunned.
I wonder why it says John, but anyway.
As long as the numbers are right.
Okay, so if I did manifest, that means I can hit.
If you'd like to unleash Incarnation, you can attack again, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate miss. Second attack.
Wait, what was that?
That
No,
was
don't do that.
damage. That should be done. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Good to know, though. If you can
Unfortunate miss. Would you like to unleash Incarnation again?
Why not?
hit. Hey.
Roll damage. As Doug is swinging wildly, failing to properly hit it, he does get one nick as he cuts along part of the black one's head before he uses the echo and just slides along and cuts into the side of the white one, just piercing the blade in it as it struggles for a few moments before falling down and beginning to ash away. That is Doug. Should be Jackie's turn up the top, followed by Thicket.
All right, I'm correct me if I'm wrong. She only has one level 1 spell, right?
I believe. Yes. As far as you know, she only has one level 1 spell.
All right.
I may need to double check, but for tonight's purposes, yes.
Okay.
I need to
That's
redo
fine.
her sheet while casting a job. What you?
Okay,
Yep,
that's
Thunder
fine.
Sprite. Thunderous Spark does succeed. Damage. Thicket.
Okay.
Bond is on deck after Thicket, Coatl, and the Death Stalker.
How hurt does Boar guy look now that I've?
He's still heavy, but you've definitely been healing him more than they've been damaging him.
Nice.
Seems to have some level of resistance to their attacks.
Epic.
Point of basically ignoring them.
That's probably how he survived so long with 3.
When you're only taking the extra necrotic damage, it helps.
Question.
Answer.
When I cast Molten Sphere, can I do sneak attack on that?
No, because it is not a dexterity. Or dexterity-based weapon.
Dang it. Okay.
Good ask, though. But no, sneak attacking with spells is something that D&D at least 5e kind of tries. Most of the time. There are a couple times where I would allow it, like you. I mean, I guess no. Shadowblade is just you can dexterity weapon attack. So, in any case, Thicket.
Okay. Let's see. Target Deathstalker, and I need to get within 30 feet. So like there. And I'm gonna throw a cat at it.
Ow!
Fire kitty, go!
That was damage. That was healing. You just
Oh,
healed the
sorry.
Deathstalker for 24 points. It
Sorry,
is very
wrong button.
appreciative.
That's it. You're preparing us.
Where did the button go? Here it is.
I'm gonna go ahead and just fix that on its side. There you go.
Thank you.
Back to where it's supposed to be. All right, and now you should have
Fire kitty, go!
attack roll first.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh.
Miss. Fire key. Lands on it and is trying to gnaw into it with the fire, but is not damaging it, unfortunately.
Why do I bother?
Way get to.
Okay.
I know.
cute. You bother
That's how I
because it's
feel right
cute.
now too.
Coatl.
You didn't know that was the end of my turn. But yes, that was the end of my turn. I'm gonna cure wounds on 4.
Okay.
Hey!
Hey, max healing. Doing better and better. Is there anything else Coatl's doing?
Try not to get hit.
Yeah. Grapple him again, even though he was already grappled.
Who's
Uh,
grappled?
The Boarman.
Disadvantage on that one.
The boar?
Poor guy.
Aw, man, I wish I'd known. I would have saved him.
Oh, I shouldn't have rolled damage. That's okay.
If only transposition was a reaction.
If only. I wonder if there's a time when that might occur. Anyway. Deathstalker Garand.
Alright, moving, bonus action, moving, Brian to him.
Eh.
Moving on up. And wait, hold on before I do that. There we go.
Alright.
And bam. And bam.
As you jump over and strike into it, piercing into its facial thing as a scorpion deal. Piercing into it, the lightning bursting outward and the acid pouring from it. As over a few moments it stops moving and begins to ash away. As everyone takes a breath.
More cure wounds.
Poor guy will look over. Thanks. I wasn't doing so hot there.
What's wrong, man? Dad? You have a rough week?
No, I was on my way to Kenya. Told to find some people.
Great.
Oh, well, good luck.
Where y'all coming from?
Kakinia?
Gavin just immediately tells him.
Where you going? I mean, I guess probably Dyke, right? If you're heading this way.
You know, we just wanted to
mystical.
chill in the desert.
Well, it wouldn't be my place to go. Especially not with the fur. Which I guess I oughta. As he will shift his shoulders. As he will thin out a bit, his fur lightening. As his facial muscles all retract as he shifts into a human-like form. Fairly dark skin. Same sort of outfit, but as he asserts into a human-like form. Or human form, essentially. Did y'all spend much time in Kukenia? I just wonder if you might have seen the
No.
people I'm supposed to look for.
A few
Who are the people?
days.
I think. Oh, okay. Let me. He pulls out a note. Looking for the messengers.
Why are
Wow.
you looking for them?
Garon's like sweating. It's like in the like that meme of the dude.
And that's where we're gonna end the session for tonight.
Yay!
No.
You know what Gambit did that combat session?
Nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You did hit
Look-
once, and you did big damage.
What? I didn't hit any.
I thought you hit.
No, I missed
it's
both
not-
times. I had 2 turns and I missed both times.
It's okay, I didn't do damage either.
But you healed
you
people!
did
not
do a lot of
well.
heals. I don't know. You did a good amount of health.
The Coatl
You
is the only
did.
one that did good heals.
If you hadn't healed him at all, then he.
But you
definitely
summoned the Coatl.
would've- That's true. Or he did roll the things that did the healing. Correct. I really thought you shot someone with a gun and it actually hit, but maybe
Nope.
we got ahead of ourselves and I had to reverse the damage, and that's what I'm recalling. I don't know.
No.
In either case,
I had 2 chances.
this is a
And I missed
werebore.
both.
This is a werebore. Probably going to be on the thumbnail next session.
Oh, that's so great. And Gavin's like,
Creatures.
we just came from Coquina.
Oh, seeing the people there.
I knew he was looking for us.
The moment he said he was looking for people, I heard it in y'all's voice of,
It's
oh
like,
no.
Uh-huh.
Well, so I guess you
Uh-oh.
okay. I mean, that's fair. You'd be like, it's all of us versus him. Better to take him out here if we have to.
I mean,
Okay.
he does look super formidable, though, so...
I'd like to state for the record for next week that the last thing Thicket said was, "Why are you looking for them?"
Yeah, that's important.
I think it's why are you looking
'Cause
for
we
them,
haven't
and Garon
revealed.
started sweating and looking at the camera. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream side. I'm giving everyone their 900 XP from the fight, and
Copper, copper.
here's
Money,
your copper.
please.
Here you go. Here's your copper, you grip.